morning I'm making my way out of Shangri, just passing out of the old town now. I'm going to go and grab breakfast. Had a couple of nights here and a very lazy day yesterday, did almost nothing, kind of under the guise of wanting to spend some time up here, 3,200 meters to adjust to the altitude. A little bit ironic considering that today my plan is to actually descend about 1,000 meters, so it was kind of a bit of a fake excuse really. Pre-cycling breakfast of champions lined up almost, one more thing coming, but first of all just the soy milk and the oil sticks is what I've been calling them, but more respectably called fried bread, and either dip them in here and eat or just eat directly, but they're bloody tasty and a good thing to snack on before a ride. So here I have the unfamiliar thing, it's called arkwai. It's kind of like a Chinese style hot dog. Always very, very skeptical about the actual meat in Chinese hot dogs, but well, there's a bit of spice in there, so hopefully that'll sort it out. Not even out of Shangri yet, my ears just started freaking freezing. I've added a layer and I'm gonna keep going. I got more clothes to put on, but it could still be a bit of a brisk one going downhill a little bit later on today. Made my way over the pass northwest of Shangri. Not too much traffic in general, so it's nice riding. There's little patches of snow to the side of me. It was pretty cold area, and I reckon I'm gonna be freezing going down this hill. Massive descent coming up, over 1,000 meters, approaching 1,400 I think. Just behind me there was a police checkpoint. I think they're checking driver's licenses. I just ignored them and sailed past. Getting a little bit closer to Tibet now, but we're not really at the point yet where that's an issue. Got another couple of layers to put on. Got to pull this over my face and get my skull covered up a bit better as well, because that'll turn to ice pretty quick. Wrapped up warm now, and the sign in front of me says continuous downhill of 4 kilometers. So nice little start, and I think there's going to be a lot more to come after that. There's evidence of a pretty small ski field. Mid-March now, so they must have a pretty short season. Not far enough from the equator for that kind of thing. Probably about halfway down that 4 kilometer stretch. Good views from here. There's a village below me. It's actually not super cold now. I mean, it's obviously warming up as I descend. It's 10 degrees, say. With the wind, it's bloody cold, obviously. But as soon as I start going on the flatter riding uphill, I'll be peeling off layers again. Maybe should be pulling this thing down when I talk. Probably sounded a little bit muffled. There you go, that's a little bit better. I might do that again. I might do this in the future. Hey, ni hao. Oh, little old lady there. It really is just one endless long descent. I've lost a lot of height now, but it seems there's still a fair bit to go. Fantastic, beautiful, smooth road. There's traffic, but very little, you know? A couple of cars a minute kind of thing. Awesome scenery as well. I'm loving this. There's the road gradually ascending behind me. And then the valley, this leads down into the river, which I'm gonna be making my way towards. So definitely still plenty of height to lose from here. The tunnel behind me is 622 meters long. It didn't take long before I realized that having no lights in a tunnel really sucks. It was super dark in there, I couldn't see shit. Turned on the light on my mobile to try and use that as a guide, but I couldn't see anything. It's terrible. The guy's just driven off now. Basically, when I got halfway through the tunnel, lights came on. So obviously I'd assumed that it was simply an unlit tunnel, but then they did come on eventually, which made things quite a lot easier. Climb my way up this little roadside viewing platform. Don't think many people actually come up here, but it's a pretty good view. So down there you can see the Jinsha River. Jinsha River actually is the same river that goes through Tiger Lipin Gorge, which must be 150 kilometers from here. Just about 100 meters or so past that viewing platform. Chinese public toilets have improved a bit in the last few years, I think, but still a little bit of a way to go, especially considering this is basically a new structure. It looks like a year or so old. Phenomenal and like seemingly endless downhill run. It's just awesome. Below me still is the Jinsha River. a little village there as well. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Real dry kind of mountain desert scenery. A lot closer to the Jinsha River now, and it's got a pretty decent flow. Maybe you've got to bring a pack raft along next time. In Benzilan a couple of hours ago, and I just checked into the first hotel that I came to. Pretty nice, 20 bucks a night, and great little view out the window here. Got a message from Nick saying that he's above the hotel but at about 15,000 feet. So I looked up and he is up there. He's gonna scope things out and try and find a place to land not too far away from here. Last I heard from Nick, he was gonna try and land on the Buddha on the right of the screen. I think he might be going for the riverbed maybe, I'm not really sure. It's just behind a 5-star hotel, that orangey yellow building. Nick did descend behind that 5-star hotel and presumably made a smooth landing. Haven't heard from him yet, but I just saw a couple of police cars racing over there, so I might bike over and see what the deal is. Personally, I reckon Nick should try to land on the helipad next to the hotel just behind me, but I guess he landed on that flat patch by the river. Parked up now at the top of the little access path that goes down to where Nick has landed, and there's definitely a few people down there, but there's a bit of a gaggle up here. One of the 2 police cars drove off, so maybe that's to go and pick up the chief inspector or something like that. I think it's going to be fine, but half the town's a bit interested in seeing what's going on. So here's the crew. Cops want to take Nick to the police station to do some kind of formalities. Just having a bit of dinner here. Nick's disappeared upstairs to have a shower because we're waiting for a couple more dishes to come. We figured he may as well do that while we're waiting. Once we've eaten, off to the police station to hopefully get everything sorted. Fill out whatever forms they want to fill out. During our drama at the police station yesterday, we were told that we just need to contact the police sometimes to get things confirmed. Even when it's not an emergency, we should call the emergency number of 110. And someone is definitely going to answer and be able to help us out in English. Nick's just going to demonstrate how successful this can be.
Sorry, the number you dialed doesn't exist.